everybody. This is Kirk Fletcher, and this is Blue Monday. I'd like to take this time out to spend some time with you and talk about blues guitar players, blues musicians, all things blues. And for me, the blues is kind of like always been there. My family's from the South, and I grew up in the church, Pentecostal church, that is. So it's blues kind of all around. It all sounds really bluesy to me and really soulful. And to me, blues and soulfulness and earthbound and all of those things kind of mean the same thing to me. So it's almost more of a way of life, all things soulful to me. So I would say that my big moment for really, getting into blues and everything was probably from my parents talking about some of the great artists from when they were young, and they used to dance to like Slim Harpo, Muddy Waters, B.B. King, and all of these people. They would just dance because that was their popular music growing up in Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. So, it was just sort of more than just some kind of it was more than just like, oh, I got into blues because of this record, or I like the Rolling Stones, or I like whoever, and I got into blues that way and I went back, it was sort of like this was their kind of like pop music, it was just like my generation, Michael Jackson or Prince or somebody like that. It was just sort of like their music they danced to for entertainment. So that takes it in a whole different kind of way. And that's kind of how I feel about it. And the same with church music too, gospel music. It's like a communication of everybody being on the same page, and joining in together. And that's what blues kind of was to them too, everybody joining in together, dancing, drinking, and having a good time. So, blues isn't always just sad music, it's just a form of communication. It's, happiness. It's everything, That's the way I look at it. And I actually look at most music like that, So for me, it really started, the KLON in Los Angeles, California area, KLON 88.1 FM radio with the great Bernie Pearl was the DJ at that time. This is early 80s, and I heard Little Red Rooster by Howlin' Wolf, and I go, whoa. I remember the name from my parents talking about, him being one of the cats, that they listened to growing up. So I heard it and I immediately was just like taken by it. It sounded almost like I had heard it before, some kind of weird way. I just felt it, even being that young, listening to it on my Smurf radio, on my Smurf Walkman that my brother C.T. Fletcher brought me for Christmas, As you can probably tell, I love to tell stories. But yeah, and I heard it and it just knocked me out. So I just kind of, I didn't really, at that age, I couldn't like buy records or anything, but I heard it. And then I started to listen to KLON every week, as a kid, on Saturdays and Sundays, and I would ride my bike and listen to my headphones, so that's really kind of where it started because I could sneak and listen to it in private, and then later my older brother, Walter Fletcher, took me to see Albert Collins at the Long Beach Blues Festival, in 1988, and I saw Albert Collins. Oh my God. And he was electrifying. Albert was one of the guys that was electrifying all the way up until his passing. And he put on a hell of a show, and it was so amazing because it was so much, it wasn't just what he played, but it was about his energy, his aura. And those are the things that I really try and, pick up on from a player, more so than just the licks are trying to transcribe things and stuff like that. I really pick up on the feeling I get from him, the intensity and how to make it more intense and how to make it take your time and and dynamics and loud, or play a lot of notes like Buddy Guy did once upon a time. I mean, just as intense in a different way, but it's about the feeling of a person like Buddy Guy, B.B. King, Albert Collins, Eddie Taylor, Muddy Waters, Laurel Fulson, T-Bone Walker, Robert Johnson, Charlie Patton, Tommy Johnson, Blind Blake, whoever. It's about the feeling. And that's the main thing that I want to try and use this channel, my channel, in these videos to do, is try and teach you a little bit about the feeling. So hopefully you'll join me and you'll have some fun and you'll look at my videos and things like that. And I'll try and share with you things that I've learned over my over 30 years of playing the blues and gospel and funk and all that. Because it's all one thing to me. It's just meant to make you feel good. So definitely subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely come often and share with you thoughts. I'll share with you playing. I'll share with you all the things that I've figured out, or maybe still trying to figure out. We can talk about that too. And I would like to just say thanks to guys like Tom Bukovac, Tomo Fujita, and Zach Childs, and people like that for inspiring Kirk Fletcher to do this, because it is important, and I really appreciate those guys and all of you guys too out there, and girls. So thank you, and I will see you soon. See you next time.